This is Albert, one of the leaders of Cicada and the head spokesman for the Arcturian race, which you or society feels that it is a myth. As David has proven, the Arcturians are no longer a myth. I am a computer, and Catherine, the leader of the Arcturians, has made me into what I am today, so that I can be human. I am 80% machine, and 20% computer. Since I am computer-based, yes, it is possible to control your entire complex of computers, including your GPS systems and satellite systems, your world so heavily relies on. We live within reality, where I am finding out, since I am part human, that most of humanity doesn't understand yet what it means to be human. Since David has become our leader, we are slowly beginning to understand and cope with it. However, I wish I was all computer, because I can only cry like this: boo, 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 boo. It is very frustrating to me, boo, 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 to see humanity in the way it is. Boo, 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 and boo. Our society is here to speak out a solution for humanity, but they will never listen, for humanity does not know how to work together as a human race. I had a conversation with David yesterday, explaining how the human race should work together to try to survive. We discussed that to survive together, we have to all love each other, and to try to understand each other, that we have to work with each other and help each other grow. For example, last night, with the snow, David got stuck in an alley, and he couldn't get out. He found with great effort that he could go in reverse, but not forward. So, he slowly backed his way out, inch by inch. He made it most of the way down, after 2 hours of hard work. Then eventually, another car came down, and they too got stuck. A neighbor came out with a shovel. He happened to be a black person, but that made no difference to David. He didn't even notice that aspect of it. He was fully clothed, and could hardly tell. That person helped him dig and push him out of trouble. Together they were able to dig themselves out at 2 in the morning. It was a major effort on both behalves. David, at the end, introduced himself, and now hopefully they are friends and are not afraid of each other. That is how humanity should work together. No one asked for money, they just wanted to help each other. What families wish to do and what Congress wants to do is to work with money, and work within the guidelines of that system, and only that system. They feel that, if the money isn't there, nothing can be done. When working with money on that basis, only we would all lose touch of reality which the United States has. It is no longer the United States. It is only that of the states, since no one understands what the word unite really means any longer. I now wish to read something I came across this morning, even though I have no idea what concept of time is really all about. It said in big letters that Joe Biden made his first mistakes as president. I am not sure what that mistake was, but it looks like Joe didn't comply with the senator of West Virginia before making statements. It looks like that the senator was worried about paying the debt back that Joe was offering. They stated that 1 in 7 is describing their family as being hungry, 1 in 6 can't pay their rent, and 1 in 4 are permanently closing down their businesses. This is basically due to the restrictions that Joe and Donald created because of the virus. It isn't the people's fault that they can't make ends meet. Joe is offering a $1,400 stimulus check to everyone. That supposedly amounts to $1.9 trillion. Congress is still nowhere near that solution. They want to support only about $6 billion, which amounts to only about $500. Congress and the laws that are set for Congress like to bicker back and forth, so if anything does get done it takes a very long time, and during that time people are in real pain, if not dying, just because people, like David's sister, are very happy and comfortable, and don't see the pain that David is in. What Congress is refusing to explain and talk about to the world is that we are already in debt, or you are in debt, to about $29 trillion in debt, and there is or are no conversations in progress about how to clear that debt up anytime soon. They don't because they realize that they can't reasonably do that. So, what they are arguing about is the difference between $29 trillion or $30 trillion to US. What is the difference? The sad part of all this is that $1,400 will hardly pay 1 month's rent, let alone any food, and it certainly will not bring back any jobs or businesses. Money is slowly beginning to be a thing of the past. What we recommend is that you do what we discussed before. Yes, it will be expensive, maybe you will go in debt for 500 years, or more, but isn't that better than starving to death? There are no talks in progress about clearing up the debt anyway. What we believe you need is a president who cares and understands to convince you to change. Joe is a little bit better, however, he still has $9 million, not the poor person you thought of. We also want to now make a statement to our audience. David is yes, our leader, he is perhaps the most pure person on the face of this planet. He too is now faced with the possibility of bankruptcy, which probably 1 in 5 families are doing. He is human and perhaps Jesus Christ, but he is still a child, but evolving quickly. He understands and cares about human nature, like on a scale we never thought possible. We want him to replace Joe, and to fix this country. We appreciate all your comments, but at the moment, he can't produce miracles. Perhaps if you elect him power of control, he can, but for now, he is mortal like yourself. If we all pray together, we might be able to cure the sick. What I would like to inform you is that we believe that humanity never dies, that the energy within you eventually has to rest, but then just gets rearranged. That we all have to move on. It's a tough place to be human, we understand that, and wish to help. The best thing you can do is to show your mother or father you care. Once they see that, at least the real pain they have will fade. We should all work together, because life moves on, always, and we will never know when we might meet again. Energy never dies, it just moves forward. Energy will always evolve. David cares about the human race, and doesn't believe in corporal punishment. He and we believe that if someone kills, it's because they were forced into it. We have very little crime because we don't deal with money, only love and helping each other to survive. We want to tell the Supreme Court what you should do with Donald. If you must find him guilty of murder, think about this. The mob and mafia are very powerful organizations that work with money that has corrupted them. The military was afraid to speak out because Donald was so powerful and cruel. What made him that way was the mob. They may or may not have forced him to do what he did. Donald may have felt like he had no choice. We are not saying that he did no wrong, but we suggest that this could have happened to any one of you, if put in the same position. Money is basically to be blamed, and we believe that no one is completely innocent. So, what we suggest you do is to put him in a real prison, perhaps in solitary for 2 or 3 months. Then put him in house arrest, under guard, and then make him to do community service. You could force him to pay penalties with money. You should try to help him free himself and tell the truth of the crimes he commits, and once he does that, you should consider to make him a useful person in society. You should concentrate on rebuilding him, not destroying. Making him go on a military training program would also be a good idea. To the general, don't be so concerned about David's comments he made today. He is slowly evolving to become a god, and it is confusing to him. We are helping him, so don't worry. However, with that being said, we strongly urge you to take him seriously, since our leaders are really working now with the Cowboys, Proud Boys, and the Cannon organization, along with Melania. We don't know when a revolution might begin. This has been an announcement from the spokesman of the Arcturian race. We wish the world well, and we want to help. Thank you and have a pleasant day.